Hello, darling, my old friend. I'm here to read for you again. Hello, hello. Cellulite and Love Tarot, or Hillary for short. Welcome or welcome back. I hope that you're feeling fantastic. It is Freaky Friday on my channel, which means we're going to figure out how this universe wants you to align with being your freak flag flying self. Completely authentic, all about you, your journey, your path, things you should be aware of. Use your intuition as always, okay? You know yourself better than any collective tarot reader online, but I am honored that you would allow me to tap into your energy and let you know what I'm seeing, okay? I feel called to bring my sound bowl, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll get into it, okay? If you would like to take a few deep breaths to really get grounded, I'm gonna tap into the energy of the collective. I already did this ahead of time, but I feel like really guided to do that. So I'll put a timestamp in the description box to the beginning of the reading in case you want to skip this part. No big bananas. It's all good. All right. Okay, here we go. Deep breath in. Thank you. All right. That was nice. Okay, let's jump in with the Sacred Symbols Oracle. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, my higher self, my darling's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to guide and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages, information, feelings, and sensations to flow through me for the betterment of my darling and for the highest good of everyone involved. Thanks so much, Spirit. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, Spirit, tell me what is going on with my darling and their self-authenticity journey, their spiritual path, their personal path, the path back home to their self. What's going on? What energy do they need to be aware of right now? Jealousy, ooh, and fire. Okay. Jealousy and fire, divine masculine at the bottom. Interesting. That felt significant. I'm going to pull that out and leave it to the side. Anything else that darling needs to be aware of? Growth, meditate, transformation, water, and death. Okay. Psychic at the bottom. Time and boundaries. Okay, I'll leave that there. Okay, so instantly whenever I saw these, okay, in the tarot, often most people view the divine masculine energy as the Emperor card, which is Aries, fire energy. I'm sort of getting distorted masculine energy, and that could be within ourselves. There is something here about feeling like we don't have the same opportunities as other people, feeling envious of others, of what they've been able to create, of their spiritual journey, of how well things seem to ignite in their path. And that has sort of sparked the way I'm seeing this symbol. It's like a head with horns, okay? So I'm getting like, we're growing horns here. We're growing some horns. We're getting a little frustrated, okay? So your spiritual path could have a lot to do with you becoming content with who you are, despite what you believe other people, the advantages that other people have around you. Okay? There's something here about you having gratitude for the, what's that word? It's like uniquely individual lessons that you're learning from your own path. Okay? Interesting. Okay. I do feel like you are in a huge growth spurt right now. And that's very uncomfortable. That can feel like I'm feeling like someone being disoriented. Like, you know, what is happening? Feeling disoriented by this growth, okay? And I feel like right now Spirit is really talking about getting into meditation to get back to the core of you. To get back to the core of you. This is mostly, I feel like, talking to someone who, because there's this disoriented sort of triggering feeling around this growth stage of your life, around the pressure that it takes. You know, the butterfly transforms with a lot of pressure and discomfort in that chrysalis, right? Now I'm hearing the crystalline body. Okay, so, right. Getting grounded and working with your ego rather than your ego working you is really important. I feel like Spirit is talking about your ego is not your enemy. So maybe the reason why we get so triggered is because we're trying to appear better. We're trying to appear more naturally inclined to be soul driven, and then we're pissed off at ourselves for having human triggers. Okay. With time, the triggers will be less prominent as you get more into the soul body, right? The soul body, your energetic body. But Spirit wants to emphasize that your ego is not your enemy at all. You can use your ego to work with you. Like I said, work with you. Okay? Basically, view your ego as your partner in life. Okay? You're always going to have an ego. Sometimes it's going to feel more humbled. Sometimes it's going to feel humiliated. Sometimes it's going to feel empowered. But it's always going to be with you. Okay? And the ego might try to tell you that it's in charge because that's the tangible. But really, your soul and your beingness is always here. It's always present. It's always available. And it's gentle and it's kind. So Spirit is talking about using kindness towards your ego, gentleness towards your ego, because this transformation is hard. And I feel like the ego really steps up to the plate and takes the brunt of that. And we are supposed to witness that and honor that, not enable it, but honor it, hold space for it, and then allow our soul to help our ego change, okay? But trust that it's like a toddler. Our ego's like a toddler, okay? It's like a little toddler tyrant, you know, who just wants ice cream at 9:30 in the morning every single day and is pissed that it can't, okay? But holding space and grace and compassion for understanding why it wants certain things or why it believes certain things or why that doesn't seem fair because, you know, other people got to have ice cream at some point and I want ice cream now. Okay. There's something here about truth and death, okay? Yeah, the truth, I'm getting ego death, right? The truth is that you're not trying to kill your ego. The truth is that you're trying to transform it. You're trying to transform it. Okay? And that starts with just more soul work, really. Your ego will come to trust your soul in time, okay? Right now, the ego feels very triggered and very jealous and very upset and very like life is against it because it's been the one taking the reins and it doesn't even trust itself, right? You don't even trust yourself from your ego standpoint. So when the soul takes over, you start getting more embodied, you start getting more grounded, you start having gratitude, you start operating from the bigger picture, right? Of just, I'm alive and I have a purpose here. Big or small, it's a purpose. Now how can I use, you know, my 3D shell, my ego, to help me with that purpose? Once you work with it, it will start to trust you. It'll start to trust your soul, okay? Very interesting. Yeah, psychic time, okay. Psychic time and boundaries is on the bottom. There's something here about maybe, yeah, I feel like maybe the jealousy issue with your ego is a timing issue. Maybe you feel like something's not happening in the time frame that you want it, okay? And Spirit is telling you to remind your ego that at any point your soul can travel to any point in time and experience whatever it thinks it's missing right now, whatever it feels like it doesn't have that other people have. You have the ability to feel that and give that sensation to your ego psychically at any point. And that would be really good to do during meditation. I am just starting to read a book. I don't even have it in here. I posted it on my community page. I'm really excited to read it. I've heard really good things about it, but I'll let you know how it goes. But it's basically about meditation in everyday life. And it's called Wherever You Go, There You Are. And it's about being present with you and your soul, period, all the time, not just... Yeah, I feel like the community post would be really important for whoever this is. But yeah, this could be about timing and feeling like you're running out of time and breaking that illusion for yourself about timing, okay? Breaking the illusion of timing and you being left out and you being left behind and something being too late. It's not true. It's not true. And you can experience the sensations of anything you want at any point in time, okay? You have that ability. Okay, let's jump into tarot. All right, Spirit. I love this. At the bottom we got the Fool, which is the initiation to self, the beginner, right? I love the Fool because it's a perfect embodiment of navigating through soul. And then the Magician would sort of navigate as the ego who kind of grounds things in the tangible. But, you know, the Fool is somewhere, but in his mind, he's elsewhere. That's the best way I can describe that. He is somewhere tangibly, but he ain't there. He's not paying attention to his surroundings. He is living his life focused on the sensations that he wants to feel. And some people feel like that's foolish. Some people feel like that's delusional. Some people feel like it's idiotic. But really, that's what is necessary for you to step into the version of yourself that you want to be and to create the life that you want. I love it. Okay, Spirit, we're going to do a Celtic cross. So, thank you. Tell me, what is the focus of my darling and their self-authenticity journey? That was a terrible, terrible shuffle. Okay, one card for the situation for my darling. Okay, interesting. The situation, which normally, like, this is how the blockage would come out, is this way. But Spirit's saying the situation is revising your memories, okay? The situation is becoming observant, okay? That's the best way I can put this neutral energy. Becoming observant to what you know, have known to be true. What is squeaking? Is it just me? It's not rubbing on anything. I just got a squeaky chair. Okay. It's going to be a problem because I shake and bounce my leg. Your situation, Six of Cups neutral. I feel like Spirit is really emphasizing that in meditation and getting grounded and being present and just the observer mode is to observe who you've been before in past lives, coming up right now. Be the observer, okay? This is what Spirit is trying to master in you. This is what you want to master, your soul, okay? When I say Spirit, I'm talking about your higher self, our unified, conscious, universal being, okay? Yeah. So, finding who you are, seeing who you are objectively, reflecting on that, okay? Yeah, for healing. Sagittarius energy there. Okay, what's the blockage to this? Is there any blockage to this right now, Spirit? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups has a blockage. Nine of Cups on bottom. Eight of Cups. Strength. The Devil. I feel like your blockage to seeing things objectively is that you are very passionate in your heart space about something going a specific way. Okay? You've tied like your independent satisfaction, your wish fulfillment to the idea of only one outcome in your life. And I feel like that idea, okay, I want to be careful with how I word this, because I believe that like when you're trying to manifest the life of your desires, I feel like being specific is really important. But then again, there's this jealousy feeling like other people have this easier or other people have advantages, right? And time is running out. Okay, time is running out. It's taking too long. And so with that, I feel like even though we have a specific idea and a specific outcome, what we're mostly tied to, right? We are mostly tied to the loss of hope in it being possible because of our time issue. Okay? I feel like we often leave this feeling of wish fulfillment, like this being in the end state, this being the person that we want to be, feeling accomplished, feeling satisfied, feeling at peace. We often leave this place because we are just like, it's not here, so I'm not allowed to feel this until I have it. And until then, I'm just going to kind of be upset that I'm investing all this time and energy, right? And it's not working out. And this is us like giving away our power to time and circumstance. Leo season, Capricorn season. This could have really come up around the full moon in Capricorn, which was just 2 days ago at the time that I'm recording this. It was this past Sunday, I believe. Sunday or Saturday, I forget which one. It was the 21st of July. Okay, so this is heavily influencing us. Okay, now the thing about that full moon in Capricorn leading into the start of Leo season is that it's tying up loose ends. Okay, it's tying up loose ends. So I feel like we've been jealous for some time. We've been emotional for some time about the way this has been going. But there was a lesson to be learned in this that has been something that it's been a habit, an attachment of ours for maybe the last 15 years. Okay, I talked about this before. I did not have the right wordings or I didn't have the right terminology because I'm not an astrologist. But apparently Pluto has been in Capricorn for the last 15-ish years. And it's this year leading into Aquarius, right? I think it's in Capricorn right now, but it's like going back and forth into Aquarius, back to Capricorn. It's going back and forth until I think November. Okay, but there is something here about something being erratic for like a very long time. Okay, it's been one consistent theme in your life that has been erratic. Okay, it's both consistent and erratic. Okay, and this is why we feel like we're running out of time. And I feel like it feels like that way because there is a shift happening. We're all feeling a very paramountal shift and something changing, and that is really putting a fire under our butts. In one sense, we might be releasing what we thought was right for us but actually wasn't. We might be overcoming something, but there might be this disappointment with that, and like, man, I've spent so much time on this. There is a process to letting go of something that we've had such huge ties to. It's almost like it's like an idea or an identity that we have clung to that is now leaving the nest, and we're sort of experiencing empty nest syndrome with that, right? And so this is what's blocking us from being objective about it right now. But I feel like it's a temporary blockage. I feel like we're walking away from this blockage. We are overcoming this devil energy, right? I think, yeah, that's definitely what I'm feeling. Okay, it's like we've wanted something one way, and it just hasn't been. And there's such an emotional process when we are like, why am I the one who doesn't get this? Why am I the one? I see other people manifesting this. I see other people manifesting money left, right, and center. I see other people manifesting specific people. Why am I the one who doesn't get it, right? This was my idea for what I wanted. And then there's like this reality check of like, you say you want this, but you don't let yourself feel like it's even possible. Being authentic to yourself is taming that toddler ego. It's like, I want the ice cream at 9 in the morning. Okay. And when the toddler asks at 10 in the morning if they can have ice cream, and they are then upset because they still can't because it's 10 in the morning and they can't have ice cream at 10 in the morning, then they're just like, I've already waited an hour. What do you mean? I've waited so long. Come on. I'm not teasing you because I so relate and sympathize with this. I'm such an impatient person and I want things now. And my ego definitely can throw a tantrum about things. Okay. Can you tell me about something that happened in the past, Spirit, that influenced this, sort of reframing what we want or what we've been attached to, the idea that we have been so dead set on? What has influenced this from the past? Page of Wands. Toddler ego. Toddler ego and the mother. Oh my gosh. Empress on bottom. The Hermit. Queen of Swords. Okay. So yeah, I feel like in the past, I'm literally getting like, like Mother Earth or the Mother Universe saying no to something. It's like there was an opportunity, but it wasn't right. Okay. You were excited about it. You were excited. It seemed like there was good potential. My nose is itching so bad. I'm sorry. Thank you, Spirit. Can you leave the nose alone? You were excited about it. You're ready to get going. And then like, nope, can't have ice cream at 9 in the morning, kid. No, you gotta wait. And so then we're disappointed, right? And we're like, okay. My mom's just so mean. The universe is so mean to me. Gosh. And then we've got a double thing going on because our ego is this child, right, who's ready to go, who's excited, who wants something, who has ambitions. And then this mother side of us knows, this soul, this divine feminine side of us knows when things are right and when things are not, when things are balanced, when things are not. Okay. And is like, no, we've got to take care of ourselves, right? We have to take care of ourselves. We can't just do what we want when we want to. There is a time and a place. Yeah. So both sides of us are like, this doesn't feel right, but why isn't it right? Like, I don't get why it's not right. Like, why couldn't this just work out right? Why couldn't this work out the way I wanted it to? Okay. Why can't I just be the way I want to be? Why can't I just be who I want to be? Like, why do I have to do more work? Why do I have to do, why is there more to do? Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I got like a hair in my eye out of nowhere. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Well, what's in our consciousness? What is Darling aware of that is affecting this situation? 10 of Pentacles. 10 years. And then I saw the World. Where did that go? I saw the World. Yeah, it's been like a 10-year cycle possibly. Okay. It's been like a 10-year cycle. So I feel like you've been like, it's been so long. Like, I don't feel like I'm wrong for being upset that this hasn't worked out. I don't feel like I'm wrong for that. I feel like I've been patient enough. You're telling me I haven't been patient, that I'm being a toddler wanting ice cream at 9 in the morning. But I have waited for so long for this to work out. Okay? And so I feel like you're like, something's got to give here. Like, you're very aware something's got to give. If I want success and I want completion, then maybe, how do I word that, Spirit? Because yeah, I understand the struggle. You know what it is? It's like coming to terms. Oh, okay. It's coming to terms with the fact that something taking as long as it's taken is not a message from the universe that you aren't learning fast enough. Okay? So I feel like what this whole message has been is like, you're allowed to feel your feelings. Again, validating the feelings, validating the situation of the ego and working with it, right? Spirit's like, none of this is a punishment. None of this is you doing something wrong. None of this is you being immovable. You're not messing up anything. You're not doing something wrong. But there's something here. There's something here about your unique individual spiritual path, personal path, that is you acquiring some knowledge regarding insane patience. We'll just put insane patience like that, okay? There's something here that you get to learn and then help offer back to humanity, okay? Share your knowledge, share your wisdom, share your insight that is learned through unreasonable patience, okay? Patience doesn't mean you always have to feel patient, okay? It's like, it's really, patience comes into effect whenever you can balance, again, trusting, having your ego trust your soul, having your ego have faith in your soul, have faith in the universe, right? So I feel like this will get easier as you, day by day, remind yourself when you're in these temper tantrum, arms crossed, just pissed that things aren't going the way that I want them to go. Every time that you greet that side of you with saying, I understand. Yeah, anyone would be upset about this. Okay? Anyone would be upset about this, self. I'm not unreasonable for being upset about it. What can I do with it now? Right? What can I do about something now? How can I learn from this? Right? Asking questions, diving deeper, reassuring, getting into that habit whenever you're in these dysregulated moments is what is key here. And it's like, that's a missing piece that the universe is trying to teach you, right? Or has been teaching you. It's not trying to teach you. It has been teaching you. And I feel like this 10-year cycle, 15-year cycle is wrapping up and you're starting to realize, okay? I feel like the lesson is almost over with this 10 of Pentacles in the world. You're like, surely, we gonna be there any day now, right? We gonna be feeling good in ourselves any day now, right? Any day. I'm gonna feel like I know something any day now. The Empress, yeah, any day now. Okay. What is Darling not aware of in this process? King of Swords, reversed, Knight of Wands, Temperance, 5 of Cups, Page of Cups. I think we have viewed, again, like there was that Empress energy and I was feeling like a mother telling a child no, right? In the past. Ugh. And I feel like what we haven't realized is that, again, there is this emphasis on us giving ourselves the sensations. I'm holding the wrong card. I'm circling the wrong card with this to do this one. There's this emphasis on like, we're allowed to feel excited and to be hopeful and to experience, mentally imagine whatever we want at any point in time. And maybe we haven't utilized that enough because it's like, there is something here about logic and reasoning being deceptive to us. Like there's something here that we're like, we tell ourselves something that we think is true that isn't actually true. It's like, don't get excited yet because it's not here. Don't get excited yet. Don't be impulsive. Don't be ridiculous. Save the excitement for when it's actually happening. And that's sort of led us to feeling miserable, right? And so what we don't see is that we're realizing this, okay, with this Temperance We're realizing that, okay, that thought process has kept me feeling defeated, like I've lost something, like I don't have the one thing that other people have, like I'm perpetually disappointed with the Five of Cups. That belief system is what's actually disappointing me. I can experience the excitement and the joy at any point in my mind. I can do that, but I don't let myself. So we're realizing that. Okay. Oh my gosh. This dang fuzz. What is this? We're not seeing something clearly. It feels like we got something in our eyes. Okay. What's coming up ahead that Darling needs to be aware of? That one. Empowerment, taking back control, getting in control. I feel like this is mastering the soul and ego. 10 of Cups. Look at that. Aww. 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. You're finally, and 10 of Wands. We got 10, 10, 10 on the board. Woo. So I feel like coming up, you are definitely, I'm getting wish fulfillment here. Things are working out because you've stepped into a place of empowerment rather than telling yourself a story of disempowerment. You are saying, you know what, I'm learning as I need to learn. I'm learning as I need to learn. And the thing is about the Emperor still has reverse moments, which is toddler temper tantrum moment of a divine masculine energy, okay? For sure. This could also be a person coming in, you know, like someone, maybe an age difference here, doesn't have to be, but a very well-established person in your life, a person of authority, someone with integrity, someone who is very, is goal-oriented, right? And so I feel like both you're stepping into empowerment and manifesting what you want and becoming the person that makes yourself proud and embodying this feeling of euphoria, realizing that your happiness is always in your control. You have control over your feelings, you know, but it could also be a partnership coming together after a really long time. But look at all this spiritual work here. All the lovers. Yeah. The lovers. Okay, it could be a person that you're manifesting, but you know, this is all about the self. So I'm not going to go on a tangent about other people, okay? Because you're not found in other people. Your wholeness is within yourself, but it's a side note for someone, okay? But it comes with the independence. Aries is very independent, okay? So I feel like you're starting to work with yourself. You're starting to get balanced, masculine and feminine with that Lover's card, right? You're stepping into empowerment. You are gaining control over yourself, over your spiritual path, over your happiness, over your feelings. I feel like you're starting to master a Zen mode, okay? You're starting to master a Zen mode, right? You're like, some days are going to be harder than others, but ultimately, like, my peace is in my hands. Yeah, my peace is in my hands. That's really wonderful energy. Empowerment. Yeah. It feels like it's been a long war and you're just finally coming out on top. Okay, how does Darling feel about this situation? 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Happy, wish fulfilled. Yeah, you're like, okay. It all paid off. It all paid off. But I love the 9 of Cups, and I've mentioned this several times in other readings, but you know, the 9 of Cups is independent emotional satisfaction before that 10 of Cups. It is talking about I create and I control my feelings. It's within me independently. It's not required of anything outside of me to create that feeling in me, to create that bliss. It's within me. It's mastering your emotions, mastering yourself, mastering your spiritual path, okay? There's always something more to learn. That doesn't mean that you're not a master, okay? Yeah, I feel like you're mastering something. Okay, how do others feel about Darling in this situation? 4 of Wands. Oh, excited. I feel like it's like excited to be alongside you, okay? Excited to be alongside you, wanting to celebrate everything that you've overcome in your life. I feel like you're getting your accolades in some way. I feel like it could also be your spiritual team specifically, like It's been like I'm getting the finish line of a marathon. Like, this has been a spiritual marathon for you. Your path has been a spiritual marathon. And yeah, every person who runs that marathon gets to points where it's like, this feels impossible. I'm exhausted. Like, it's more mental. It's more mental and determination based than physical, because our mind tells us at certain points running a marathon that you can't do it. You can't keep going. It's impossible. It's too hard. Your mind will tell you all these things, right? It's too far to go. It's not something like that. And then your mind and your soul has to speak over that ego part of you that's exhausted, over your body, and just say, continue, right? Yeah. I feel like you're just being recognized. You're being celebrated. Earth side, spirit side, all of it. Just excited. Finally seeing stability for you. 10 of Cups, literally. You could be getting married. Could be getting married for sure. Or just establishing roots. It's more spiritual with the Cups too, but very happy for you. I feel like something's finally turning around, and it's very exciting for people around you, for the right people around you. Okay. How is Darling feeling about this situation? Not Darling feeling. What is Darling's greatest hopes for this situation? Darling's greatest hopes. The Fool. You're like, you know what? I'd like to take things a little easy. I'd like to take things with a grain of salt, be a little carefree again, you know. I'm excited for this new beginning, you know. I just want it to work out, you know. I just want it to work out. I want things to fall into place. Judgment. The Hierophant. Wow. For your hopes? Goodness gracious. Yeah. Your hopes are like, yeah, whenever I finally step into this next portion of my life, this will be a permanent change. Look at these spiritual cards, y'all. Judgment and the Hierophant. This will finally, like, make me feel like I've accomplished something, like I've mastered something. I have mastered knowledge of some sort. I will finally feel like I have learned my lesson, okay? I've learned my lesson. I've evolved in some way. It's not outside of my grasp and control, okay? There's also this feeling of forgiveness and acceptance and tolerance for who you've been, okay? There's this hope of like, I will, yeah, it's like, I don't know, I'm getting, again, with this like jealousy energy, this ego energy, I'm getting the embarrassment of like things that you've done in the past, right? And so I feel like you're like, I really hope that as I move forward, I come to terms with this version of myself. And I feel like that's really important. You know, like I said, your ego, this version of yourself, this young child version of yourself who's been upset, who's been impatient, whatever it is, who's just been a normal kid who wants things, basically. They deserve compassion and understanding, you know. I'm hearing the word shame, and I saw someone on a different reader's video, and they said someone has made like is it an acronym? Is that what that's called? I forget what things are called. Okay. Someone created like an acronym for shame, right? And it was, should have already mastered everything. Should have already mastered everything, right? That's what shame is feeling like I should have already mastered everything. I shouldn't have dealt with that. And so I feel like what you're really hoping for is to release any shame tied with the past version of yourself, with who you've been, with any impatience, with any human side of you, right? You're just like, I want compassion. I want to feel empowered and, you know, accepting of every part of my journey. Yeah, you can give that to yourself. You can, for sure. Okay, what's Darling's greatest fears? Okay. King of Cups. Greatest fears? Justice. And the Sun on bottom, 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, Death, 5 of Wands, the Star. Whew. Okay. Yeah, essentially, I feel like what this is saying, I'm going to put all those back, but for your greatest fears being the King of Cups and Justice with all of these other cards here on the bottom, I feel like the fear is that even though you will have clearly grown and matured and developed substantially in some way, like emotional maturity, right? Patience, understanding, even spiritually, that because of the past and because of any sort of immaturity or any feelings of like emotionality, of cutting things off too soon, of being dramatic in some sense, that karma and other people will not be so forgiving. You're right. You're just like, maybe I'm afraid of my past sort of catching up to me, right? That's hard. Yeah, that's a reasonable, that's an understandable fear. Is there anything, Spirit, that you want to encourage, darling, about that fear? Strength, the Lovers. There is strength in believing in love, okay? There's strength in believing in love. And love is patient and kind and understanding and doesn't count wrongs. What's that Bible verse? I've purged it from my awareness. Okay. Spirit wants to encourage you that, look, everyone is a form of you, okay? Our spirit is all united, okay? If you have compassion with yourself, that's really all that matters. That compassion within yourself is a reflection of the compassion of the universe, of energy, okay? No one is perfect, and there is grace for you. And so have grace for yourself. Have grace for yourself. If you come across people who want to hold a former version of yourself against you, who aren't willing to see your growth, who aren't willing to acknowledge that, you're not owed that by other people, but they are ultimately a reflection of a part of you that still thinks you should have already mastered everything a long time ago. Okay? Anyone's shame of you is a reflection of your own shame, even on the most molecular level spiritually, okay? You don't have to care about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to explain yourself. You can see that and love yourself through that process and believe the best about yourself through that process and take it one day at a time, okay? But ultimately, it's just like, you're loved, okay? You're loved. Are you kidding me? Like, from a spiritual standpoint, okay, that we are all individual facets of the divine, right? View it like this, okay? We're all individual appendages here on earth, okay? It's me, that's you, blah, blah, blah. We're all individual appendages. And we all feel like we're individual items. Maybe I'm a pinky finger and you're a thumb, or maybe someone's an ankle. Okay, and we all feel like, okay, I'm moving on my own. But what is actually driving that? What would it take for a pinky to understand that they are being controlled and navigated through the same energy that a knee is being controlled through, because it's all through the brain. The brain controls everything, right? So if you understand that, yes, you're individual, you have a label, you have a purpose unique to the area that you are, but that your energy at its core is fundamentally from the divine and is also working through someone with a completely different purpose and a completely different need, a need, okay? Then you can have compassion with yourself and compassion with others and really not care if other people understand that a pinky's not going to work like a knee, That sort of energy, right? That sort of energy. So have compassion, okay? Have compassion for yourself, because there's compassion. It's all, we're all derivative of the same source. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Tell me the outcome here. What's the outcome that Darling can look forward to with this whole situation? Give me some more. Okay, so we got the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the King of Wands reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Empress, and the Page of Pentacles. Don't get scared, okay? Don't get scared. Ultimately, I feel like you've been navigating life through a season of perpetual disappointment for a long time. And in the Six of Swords image, I'm getting this masculine energy escorting this mother and child out of the Five of Swords energy, which is conflict, war, battle, right? And the swords are mind, communication, thoughts. So I feel like in a very masculine action-taking energy, you are leaving the war zone behind, okay? You're dropping your ego with compassion. You're saying, first of all, I'm not alone, okay? I'm not alone. I'm steering away from energy that leaves me disempowered, that tells myself that I am not worthy of feeling accomplished, that I am not worthy of feeling safe, that I'm not worthy of feeling empowered, okay? That things don't work out for me. You are steering yourself away from that and into a season of receptivity and abundance. Having the sweet mother's love and compassion towards that inner child who's just taking things day by day, okay? That sweet inner child, right? It's like, it's also starting to give yourself the opportunity to take tangible efforts towards your ideas, right? Rather than maybe being a rejecting mother spirit towards your own ideas, you know? I feel like you're allowing yourself, you're allowing freedom, you're allowing your, spiritual wings to spread and for you to try things and to get excited and to do it day by day, okay? Let's see, we got the Moon, the Queen of Wands on bottom, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, literally, you're just like, the secret to my empowerment was always within me. And I forgive myself, and I'm thankful that I have learned what I've learned about who I've been, about my ego, about what I'm tied to, about what I have assigned a belief system to my empowerment. I'm thankful that I'm aware of that, because now I can stop making myself feel alone, like I'm abandoned, like I'm betrayed, like the universe is just against me, that things just don't work out for me. I can change that. I know the 10 swords are being 10 swords of belief systems and thought processes that have kept us staked in place. Okay? And the Tower is that drastic change that we needed. Okay? That's what I'm getting from that. Yeah. Okay. I'm excited for you. This has been, I do feel like you have learned something, or that you are really going to be an expertise in this specific area of spirituality or personal growth and personal development. And I think that you have a lot of information that you can share with this. And so maybe part of you healing that and stepping into that empowerment is starting to write that down so that you can help others. Believe that you have something to share, that you have knowledge worth sharing, because you do. You do. Maybe that would be some good first steps to take. I am being told too quickly. How long is this reading? 49 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, quickly, let's get any advice for Darling. I feel like I already just gave you the advice, but sometimes the cards tell me some more things that I'm not aware of. Okay. What do you want darling to be aware of? Full 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Okay. The Moon. Yeah, I definitely feel like what I said was already what is coming out, okay? I feel like stepping into this new empowerment and stepping into accepting yourself and your story and what's happened and your struggles with it and how that involves spirituality and a lack mindset. I feel like writing it down and sharing it, letting it out, expressing it is a huge effort that should be taken on your part, especially if that's just confirmation for something that you've already had the idea about and you have shot it down. If you've had this idea and you've been like, I don't know, who would want to hear what I have to say about it? Like, don't be that voice for yourself. Be a voice of encouragement and support, and let yourself express, because your soul wants to express this. And it's something that can help others with the 6 of Pentacles. It's something that can help others. The Magician and the 6 of Cups. Look at that. And the Hermit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is knowledge. This experience has gained you insight and knowledge that needs to be shared, okay? There's something here about you realizing some things feel harder to manifest whenever they are purely self-driven, when it's to serve ourselves, okay? For some people. Not all people. I'm not going to box manifesting like that, okay? It's a belief system, but maybe for you, you have a hard time manifesting things because you feel like it's self-serving. And so Spirit wants to infuse and inject the idea of everything you've been through, and that idea deserves to be shared with other people who struggle with the same thing. And in that, you will manifest something so much more rapidly and so much more effectively because you will be of service. You will be of service. There is such power in wanting to be of service to humanity. You know, rather than being jealous that humanity has other things that you don't have, it's like, okay, maybe so. And maybe there's other people in the world who feel the way you do, and you're not alone in that. And is there anything that you can share, that you can gain knowledge on, that you can help others struggling with the same thing? Your triggers are where your soul's calling lies. I guarantee it. This whole thing is so triggering. This whole thing, this whole experience, this how much time it's been, the last 15 years has been so triggering. And that is a signal for where you are meant to help. That's where your soul's calling lies. That's where you are meant to give back and be in service, because you're not the only one. And maybe you have a perspective on how to overcome this. And maybe this perspective comes through you know, actively overcoming it in the moment. And maybe that's a breath of fresh air that people need. Share your story. Use your voice. Have grace and compassion for this side of you who's not perfect or doesn't have it nailed down or whatever. Okay? You have knowledge that needs to be shared. Okay? I'm going to leave that there. I hope that this reading resonated for you. I see you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm excited for you. And I just, if you end up sharing anything about your path, about your journey, about your story, let me know. I will definitely support you. Read it, listen to it, watch it, whatever it is, okay? All right. I'll see you Monday for Manifestation Monday. I'm pre-recording next week's readings because I will be on vacation, taking kiddos to the beach for the first time. And yeah, I'm going to take that week off, but I'm pre-recording so that there's still readings available to you guys, okay? But I hope that you have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday for Manifestation Monday. I love you so much. Take care, and ta-ta.